Welcome back to part 2 of the Q&A. As I've promised, this one is going to be about software development slash software engineering. So let's go. We're going to start with YouTube comments. I'll be looking down a lot because I noted down some of the questions and the answers and stuff. So you'll have to excuse me. I know it's not going to look good for the video, but that's the only way I can answer. So the first question was from SK2. Is this S or is this 5? Hey, my handwriting is shit. So it says, what are the pros and cons about being a software engineer? So I'm not a software engineer. I do software development. I'm just joking. It's almost the same, but there's some differences there. But anyways, the pros are it's in demand. So it's a career that is in demand. If you're experienced and you have the knowledge. Because now people are going to say, but I can't get a job. You can't get a job because you don't have the skill or you don't have proof to show that you have the skill and experience. Because that's what most companies look at when they are hiring new people or when they are hiring for positions and stuff. So it's in demand. You're not going to be out of a job. Most of the time, if you leave a job, you'll find a job immediately, if you are skillful and you also have the right experience. Number 2 is compensation. You get paid a lot of money in software engineering if you are good at what you're doing. And yeah, there isn't much that I would say about that. If you want to know how much or the ranges of what software developers slash engineers earn in South Africa, click here or check out the video called frameworks, salaries and stuff on my channel. You'll find the details. It might be outdated because it's from 2023, but I'll do one, maybe an updated one in 2024. Let me know in the comments if you would want that, or yeah. And then the other number 3 would be you are able to do remote working most of the time. There are some companies who are hybrid, there are some companies who are full remote, but as the software engineer job, the good thing or the prawns. What is this? This is a level prawns here. Yeah, the pros is you will be able to work remotely. Most jobs you do get the opportunity to work remotely, and working in the comfort of your own home or wherever in the world, that's like a good thing, I guess. For me, that's what I would say. So I'll just name 3, and then cons are, number 1, it's stress. It's a stressful job. Some people think software engineering or software development is easy. It's not easy. So it's a bit tricky. It's very stressful. Especially when you have deadlines and when you've got a lot of work on your plate that you have to do on your board, because we work with boards, most of us. I know some people don't work with boards, but most of the time when you're working for these companies, you would be working with tasks and boards and stuff like that. You'll be allocating tasks and it'll be on a board, Kanban board, then you have to work based on that this is what you're doing for this sprint and all that stuff. So you can be stressful sometimes. So that's what you have to, that's a con. And then another one that I put down was, it's like the changing and updating of technology. So chief, if you're not going to be willing to learn new things, you're not going to survive. So you always have to be on your feet in the software engineering space, like constantly I'm learning new things, because things change almost not every day, but things are changing. So you have to adapt to the change. And if you don't, you'll be left behind. You understand what I'm saying? And then number 3, what did I say? You will find yourself doing repetitive work, which is, because most people, they think maybe software development slash engineering is a nice thing, or you'll be doing like fun stuff. 95% of the time, it's not fun. It's something that you have to do for a company that has to accomplish a certain thing. So it's not like fun work. And then sometimes you find yourself doing repetitive work because you find yourself working with similar projects, but the work that you are doing is almost similar for all of these different projects. And then it ends up being repetitive, and that is not nice. So there's more that I could list, but I don't want the video to be 15 minutes long because of this question. It's already too long. The next question was from Spamandla Kelengeshe or Kelengeshe 664, whatever. If you had 2 offers as a graduate dev to join the banking or telecoms industry, which one would you choose and why? Chief, stop living in a dream world. There's no choosing here. You take whatever you're offered. It's very, very rare to find yourself having 2 offers from different companies as a graduate dev. Most of the time you take whatever that's paying you the most and then you move on. So stop living in this fantasy. We don't deal with fantasy stuff here. Talking about real stuff. I'm just joking. But yeah, if you are given two offers from telecoms and banking, for me it's both good industries. So what I would do is I would look at what do I want to do as a developer? Do I want to be a backend developer? Do I want to be a front-end developer? If I want to be a front-end developer, what kind of tech stack do I want to work with? If I want to be a backend, same, what kind of tech stack do I want to focus on? And then I look at the two jobs, which one is offering me, is in line with what I want to do, then I choose that one. Don't focus on the money in the start, focus on the knowledge and make sure that you get the right knowledge, because the money will come after. But if you are going to start focusing on the money when you're starting, then you are finished. It's over for you. The next question was from Space Source 01. Is it important to have connection / networking in the software development industry? What do you mean by that? When you're saying connections, you think this is government, this is politics, where connections are going to work. Connections that don't work. Knowledge works, experience works. That's the things that you need, knowledge and experience. Connections that you know this guy from there, you know this guy from that company. They can hire you with your connections. If you can't do the job, you are going to be shown the door. So it doesn't really play a role like it would in government. That's why in government you've got a lot of incompetent people, because they got the jobs through connections. Even if they can't do the job, they still continue working. They don't get fired. In the tech space, chief, if you can't accomplish what you are required to accomplish, that's what am I saying? If you cannot do what you're asked to do, it doesn't matter whether you had connections or networking. It's gonna be chalk for you. So it really doesn't matter. It doesn't play a role, I guess. But someone would say there's people who are gatekeeping the industry. I don't know how, and I don't know. I'm in a different space. Maybe it's because of. Let's leave it there. Okay. The next question was from Mexican Vibes. He says, "How often do you work with system analysts?" I don't work with system analysts. Where I work as a software architect and a solutions architect, so they cover the stuff that a system analyst would most of the time do. So I haven't been working with one for the past couple of years. The next one is from Manaseka Yembe. Should you get a software engineering job? He's saying, could you get a software engineering job with a mechatronics degree? Yes, you can. But what I can tell you is most of the time, because mechatronics involve a lot of things, it's not focused plainly on IT. It's focused on other things. So you understand that, right? So what means is, if you are going to be going up against an individual that has a computer science degree, that has an IT degree, an information systems degree in informatics, they will most likely go towards that individual, because their qualification is, you see, your qualification is like 10-15% of IT. It's not like full on like that. So it's not a fully focused degree that is in IT. So that's why you can be a software engineer, but getting a job is going to be difficult on your side. The next one was from Karabo Modise 6406. I want to start a career as an ASP.NET developer. Do you think .NET is still in demand in South Africa? It's not about what I think, it's not about my opinion, but according to the numbers in the stats in South Africa, .NET is still in demand. Next one is from Sir Keith. Any tips on how to apply for software graduate dev programs? Number 3, and then he says, name 3 things that make you an effective programmer in the workplace. To be an effective programmer in the workplace, you have to be busy, chief. Continuous learning, quality code, and what else did I list here? Problem solving skills. That's what you need in order for you to be an effective programmer. There's quite more that I can list, but I don't want the video to be long. To answer a question, tips to apply for software dev programs. Most of the time, if you are going to be doing your final semester on your degree, you start applying on your final, what am I saying? If you are doing your degree and you are doing your final year, on your final semester, that's when you start applying for graduate software program roles, because most companies by July, they start posting those things, especially the big companies. So what you can do is you can take all the fintech companies in South Africa, put them in a list, and then go through each and every single one of them, going to their website and looking at their careers tab. You'll most likely find graduate programs. Then you start applying for that. You create a LinkedIn profile where you're going to list what you can do, your skills that you have, and then you create a portfolio where you're going to be creating your own project, showcasing your skill. Don't be an idiot and then you go and copy someone's work and then you paste on your thing. Then you just change where they said name was Busizwe, you change to name Karab. when they say surname was Mahlalela, you change to Modis and then you say it's your work. Don't do that nonsense, because what's going to happen is when you are now in an interview and then they saw your portfolio, they will start questioning you about how this thing was developed and how it was coded. You will not know anything, because the only thing that you did was you copied a template, then you change names. There's a lot of guys that have sent me templates saying I must review their portfolios. When I look at the thing, it's a template. You can even see some of them, they forgot to remove the person's name at the bottom. They forgot to change some of the text that's in the thing. And then you're like, and then now I have to say, it looks nice, it looks nice. That's what I always do, because I don't want to be the guy or to be seen as the guy that breaks people's dreams here. But I can see that this is nonsense. You just went and copied the template from somewhere and then you change it. Then say you're going to apply for a job with this. No. Rather, you start your own thing from scratch and then up to finish. There, whereby you can be able to explain everything that is happening in that. It's going to play well in your favor, I guess. Next question. Next question was from Money Helper. He says, wanted to start software engineering. Go check out my videos, Chief. I've got my journey into software development where I detail everything, explaining. So go check out that video, you'll get your answer. One Ditamis who said, how long have you been a software developer? Same thing. Go check out that video also. I'll link it in the description. You'll find your answer, you'll get your answer. The next one was Mtofi. He says, how was life in varsity before you became a successful person? Boom. It's still the same, Chief. Nothing has changed. I'm suffering now. When I was still in varsity, I wasn't suffering. My father was every month dishing out there, and I was staying with his card. Whenever I needed to swipe, I could just swipe. Now, it has to come from my pocket. If it's not there, it's not there. It's not like back in the day. So now I'm suffering. I'm not successful. I was successful when I was still in varsity. I'm just joking. It's nice. The next one was from Prank Wars. He says, how much money in software engineering? R5. I don't know what you mean. If you want to know how much money you can make or how much you can earn, check out this video right here. Click here or it's in the description. The next one was from okay, we're gonna stop the video here now. Hey, I have to breathe. I don't know if this is gonna be in the video, but if it is in the video, oh well. Okay, so what we are going to be looking at next, it's Instagram questions. First question was from Tisan Shilang. He says, where did you do software developing? I didn't do software developing. I did an information technology degree. Watch this video. Click here or check in the link description below. You'll find a video of my journey into software development. The next one was from Meju7-_4 whatever. He says, I just graduated from ALX. ALX. I just graduated from ALX software engineering program. What's your advice on getting an interlevel job? You can do what I've already mentioned in one of the questions. Portfolio, LinkedIn profile, start applying for graduate programs and all those things. Yeah. I don't want to say anything about ALX. I don't want to get sued. But yeah, that's what you can do. Try and follow the steps I've already mentioned to someone. This one is from Wilson Mohlokwa 2. That's an MG. Yes, it is an MG. It's a 663 MG 2018. It is. If I may ask, is it possible to get a job with a diploma in computer science? Yes, it's possible. A diploma is an equivalent level 6. It's good enough. You can get a job. Impostor said, hey bro, wanted to ask if it is possible for me to get employment with Cisco IT Essential Certificate. The Cisco IT Essential Certificate is just like basic, man. So you still have to do more in order to do that. That's why I think it also prepares you to go and do your CompTIA certificate. You can get a job in a smaller company where they don't really care much about serious things, but you have to go and do more. And I don't want you to go inside a job with the certificate. Rather, you go and do further studies and then get more certification, because this is just a basic certification. It's the same as, I don't even know how to describe it. I think this takes you 70 hours to complete or something like that. It's not really, yeah, go find something else. Look at cybersec, which is cyber security. I think the certification is called cybersec plus or security plus or something like that. That's a good certification that can get you a job, cyber security, and you can make a lot of money. The next question is from Hello Mashitowa. Have you ever felt imposter syndrome at work? And if you did, how did you deal with it? No, I've never felt imposter syndrome. I don't overpromise me. One thing about me, the problem with most people who start having imposter syndrome, they are going there with their CVs, they put Java, they put C++, they put C#, they put Python, they put PHP. They get there, they are able to wiggle their way to the interview, they get hired a job, they get hired. Now they ask you to do something about PHP and you lied on your CV. Now they ask you to do something about this and now you are there swimming because you can't figure out what's happening here. You are now starting to have this boy imposter syndrome. I don't suffer from those things. If I say I can do this, I can do it. If I say I can't, I can't. I'm not going to lie. I don't lie and I don't overpromise and I don't try to act like I know things, because most of the time when you find people having imposter syndrome, find that they get into a company and they used to think they were good at what they are doing or what they know. Then you get there, you find there's a lot of intelligent guys, chief, that are 10 times above you, and then you start feeling that maybe you're a fraud or whatever you thought you know. You start having those issues. I don't. I focus on myself. I know who I am. I know what I'm capable of. I'm not gonna now feel bad because someone is better than me, or start questioning myself because I don't know this, someone knows this, or someone says you should be knowing this. Hey, you should be knowing this. Says who? I am now the master of what I should be knowing. Tech. So I don't suffer from those things, unfortunately. Thanos is suffering from it. I might ask him to do a video about it. CJ the Titan, check him out. There's a new video that just dropped there. And also maybe I'll ask him that question. But yeah. This is from Anonymous. And I don't know why would you ask me anonymous questions for software engineering or software development. But yeah, we're here now. He says, which company do you work for? Please share application details for recent grads. Thank you. I cannot mention the name of the company that I work for on social media. And number two, application details for recent grads. I don't know what you mean when saying application details. Do you mean applications from where I work? If you're referring to where I work, there's no roles, there's no job offers available. It's locked. We are locking everything. They don't want graduates. Graduates are a problem. Who is going to go to the office to mentor graduates now? I am not going to. I'm just joking. Where I work, there's no new rules. If you want graduate programs, as I've already mentioned, try and search all the big companies, go to the careers tab and apply, go to LinkedIn, go to Pnet, go to Graduate 24, go to Careers 24, go to Indeed, go to, you see, Glassdoor, everywhere. The next one was from Shockley. What advice, I don't know, Sean Leak. What advice would you give to someone who's just starting out in the field? Focus on knowledge and not on the money. Start thinking about money 2 years later, 2 years after, whatever. First 2 years, focus on getting as much knowledge as you can. Then you'll be fine. Gops018. I heard from someone that companies hire from graduates that graduated in varieties that are in varsities, I guess, that are in the company's province. Is their bias true? No, it's not. There might be some truth to it. Some smaller companies that don't want to pay relocation fees and stuff like that. But it's not like there's a companies in South Africa that pay relocation fees. There isn't a lot of them. So it's incorrect. I did my interview for my first job while I was in Mpumalanga. The guys knew I was staying in Mpumalanga when they did the interview. We did it online. They even asked me, how are you going to get here then? And then I was like, don't worry, give me the job. You'll find me there. I'll be there. So this thing of province, it's incorrect. This was anonymous. What type of a developer are you? Watch my video right here in the description. The next one was how to land your first job as a self-taught. Hey, I'm was self-taught. I've never worked with a self-taught dev. I don't have a friend that's a self-taught dev. What am I saying? I've never worked with a self-taught dev. I've never seen or interacted with someone that's self-taught. I cannot give you advice on that one. All I can tell you is you are going to suffer a bit. I'm not going to sugarcoat things to try and make you happy or to just get a like. I am made to state facts. If you are a self-taught dev in 2024, you are going to struggle to get a job. Why? You are going to be applying for roles. Understand? You are self-taught, you have no qualification, you have nothing. Let's say, let me stop and start again the recording. I just have to stop. Okay, let's continue with the self-taught thing. I'm not here to sugarcoat things, as I was saying on the previous clip, because I have to. Production guys, when you're recording alone, it's tough out here. Because you guys maybe think I have 2 people behind the cameras. It's me, myself, and I. I'm the cameraman, I'm the everything here. So I have to constantly check if things are fine. But yeah, we'll continue. So when you're a self-taught dev in 2024, we are going to struggle to get a job. Why? Say APSA has a role now for entry-level. Apply. First things first, you are applying as a self-taught dev. You don't have any qualification, you don't have anything. You might have a portfolio and that's it. Now we are competing with university students who have computer science degrees. Some of them might even have honors degrees. You've got honors degrees students who did computer science, IT, information systems, informatics. You've got people who have degrees who did the same courses. You've got people who have diplomas who did the same courses. Then you've got people who've got higher certificates who have higher certificates in software development, application development, and all these things. And then now imagine you have to compete with all of these different people. Computer science students, information technology students, computer engineering students, information system students, informatics students. You are coming in, you've got nothing. How do you really think that when they are looking at the people's things, the applications, they are going to consider you first? You are going to be the last guy that they will think of. So that's one thing you must keep in mind if you are going to the self-taught route. I'm not saying you're not going to get a job. I'm just giving you the facts, and I'm stating here the difficulties that you will encounter when you're trying to get a job. So now you have to compete with all of these people who went to school. Some of them, you understand, especially the ones that have diplomas and higher certificates, because they also want to compensate for the lack of not having a degree. They end up doing portfolios like you would as a self-taught, because the only thing that you have as a self-taught that can show the people that this guy is capable of something is a portfolio. So now the trend is most people who've got higher certificates and diplomas, and some of them have degrees, they already do portfolios. So imagine now you have a portfolio only. Someone has a portfolio, they have a qualification. You see, your chances are getting slimmer and slimmer and slim. Rather you try and go do a bootcamp or within code. At least you are getting some NQF accredited qualifications. If you are good, sometimes they place you and all these things. There's advantages to it. You don't have to pay, it's free. You see. Then there's the other ones that you have to pay. I'm not saying you're not going to get a job. I'm not saying it's wrong to be self-taught. Some people don't have the financial means and all those things. But I'm not going to lie to you here and say, just push, you'll get it. You can push and push and push and have nothing. That's the truth. But you can push sometimes and something happens. That's why kumele uthandaze baba. Uhlale phasi ukhulume namadlozi akeni uthi hey, bosibani lungisani khanyisani vula ndlela. That's the only way. Tough out here now. 2024, the software development space chief, it's getting filled with a lot of people. So you have to stand up from a lot of individuals. That's the truth. Onenkinga or who's against what I'm saying, it's fine. It's my opinion and it's what I've seen. Whether you like it or not, next, I just graduated from Alex. I think I've answered this question. Hi, bro. I hope you're feeling good. I'm in the process of changing career here, my brother, and you are one of the people who inspired me in the tech industry. So I'm interested in the salary range in now 2024. First, graduate internship program. Second, for juniors and for seniors. Just a range. Go watch my video. I have a video about this, which gives you the detail. From 0 to 10 plus years experience, you'll get your answer. It's still the same. If there's an increase, just add 5% or 7% to whatever that was said in 2023. You'll get the amount that you're looking for. Advice for aspiring backend developer which works. Advice for an aspiring backend developer. Which languages or framework should I associate myself with? You can't just, if you are saying you're an aspiring backend developer, you should have already been using a language or something. So I cannot now say go and learn Python and learn Django while you're busy doing C++ or C#. If you're doing C++ in 2023, let me keep quiet. So I cannot now say go and do this, go and do that. If you would have said at least you are working with this programming language, what else can you add? Then I was going to give you advice. But since you've already said that, you can check out my video about frameworks and programming languages, where you can find the most used programming languages in South Africa and the frameworks associated with those programming languages. Then you can pick one that's best for you, or one that you're already using might be there. But if it's C++ or C, it's not there. I'm telling you now. We move. What advice would you give to a beginner or developer student who wants to grow in the industry and get their first job? Hey, Chief, when you are saying you are a beginner developer student, a student taught by who? By university or taught by yourself? Or by boot camp? Because when you are not giving me enough information, I cannot answer. So I don't know if you're a student that is at university or a student that is at a boot camp or a student that is in a college. It's difficult for me to give advice because the advice is not the same. You understand? A person who is doing an NQF level 5 qualification or is doing a boot camp has to do more than a person who has a degree. You understand? People are going to be like, let me be honest with you guys. If we're applying for a job, there's going to be certain jobs where they want degrees only. Whether you like it or not, they want you to have a degree. Someone's going to say I'm lying. Let me tell you something about this industry that we're in. There's bigger companies. The problem with bigger companies is they've got governance in place. It's not like a small company where the HR is one lady, all the CVs get to her. She just look, is this for IT? IT here. Is this for finance? Here. Is this for what? Here. And then she just gives it to the directors who have to deal with that. No. Bigger companies is not like that. It's a different process. So sometimes your CV doesn't even get to the person who has to look at your CV because you didn't meet some of the requirements when the HR people were looking at your CV. So now, if you are coming here and you are saying you are on advice as a beginner or developer student, how am I going to give you advice when I don't really know what is your journey? You understand? Because if maybe you're a person that has an NQF level 5, I would tell you, hey chief, make sure your portfolio is up to scratch and you've done the right way and all of this, da 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 da. If you're a person that has a degree, there isn't much to say. If you have a degree already, you just have to have a portfolio and have your proper LinkedIn profile and all these things. It's not difficult to get a job compared to someone who has a higher certificate, compared to someone who's coming from a boot camp. It's, you see, I know someone will be like, hey, in my company, I went to school, but I'm working at boot camp. It's your company. Not every company is like that. I'm speaking here based on the South African industry. I'm not speaking based on where you work. Let's clear that out. And what I'm saying here is not my opinion. It's an industry. You see, I'm not here giving out what's in here. I'm giving you what's industry-related advice. You understand? Because most people will associate what I'm saying with me. No. So if you're an individual and in your work, where you work, it's like that, don't assume that every company is like that. I cannot now, because where I work, we don't have a system analyst, then I assume that every company in South Africa is like that. No. I have to speak based on the South African space. I'm speaking based on the South African industry. I'm not speaking based on where I work. So that's why I must listen to what I'm saying. Don't come here and try to fight, because there's a lot of these bitches here that want to fight. I'm not scared, Wait, what was that? I don't know. But anyways, it looks like that was okay. Freeze the logo phone. I don't know if this phone is frozen. Okay, it's not frozen. That's the last question. Oh, okay. I guess we've reached the end. It wasn't really. Oh, it's a long video. It's a long video. But yeah, we've reached the end of the video, guys. Please do me a favor. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you comment on this video. Make sure you go to Instagram here. Busizwe Nick. You follow me. You go to TikTok here, at Boom. You follow me. You subscribe to the Excel Squad. You subscribe to CJ the Titan. Guys, we're trying to push YouTube with the boys and we're trying to, so we need support. So please support. And please don't take anything I've said personal, man. I'm just joking. If you have a different view, it's fine. You can leave it in the comment. We can discuss it. Don't think I'm being arrogant or whatever. That's just how I am. So if you took anything I said here serious, because subscribe. I decided to record this once I was done, but yeah, let me just give you guys some small advice about development and all these things. If you are starting out as a developer, please stop worrying about the money. Stop focusing on the money. Stop focusing on that your friend is earning 40,000 on the other side. You are offered a job and you're earning 8,000. Stop doing that. Focus on gaining as much knowledge as you can and upskilling yourself with the necessary tech that is up to date. Once you get to your second year, then you can worry about the money, or your first year full. Then you can start worrying about the money. For a lot of instances of people DMing me, telling me that they are not thinking of not taking this job because they are being offered this, then they have to pay for this and this and this and this and that. Meanwhile, their friend over there is living nice. And I'm like, first of all, why are you comparing yourself with other people? Focus on yourself. When we all started, Chief, it wasn't nice. It wasn't all rosy and shit. We started from the bottom, but now we're here. Even though I was never at the bottom. Who, me? Never. But anyways, what I'm saying to new guys that are coming up, please stop looking at your friends. Some of your friends will get better offers. You might get a shitty offer. Just take it. Focus on gaining as much experience as you can. Because experience is key and knowledge is key. Then you'll be fine. Number 2, stop lying to people about your salaries. Because some of you guys are the ones that are causing this problem to other people. You are selling people dreams. Now when they don't get this gigantic money, gigantic, hayi sis izingisi zokudla phela ngisemlungu sangikhuluma ngeSwati yekelani kuye ngabamvi nibatshele ukuthi nihola amamiliyoni ningawaholi, because it becomes a problem. Because now people get into the industry with the expectation that they will earn those crazy amounts, not realizing that they have to start from the bottom in order to go up. So please try and refrain from lying. Why am I saying this? There's a lot of guys that have called out who were lying about their salaries, especially on TikTok. I have an account now on TikTok. That's a banner account. If I find you on a live and you are lying, I'm going to call you out to that account, because I cannot use my real account, because I don't want to be the guy that's destroying people's streams or show. I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah, make sure you upskill yourself, guys. Upskill. Even myself right now. I'm telling you now, I think I have 3 demo courses that I'm doing. One for Git. I want to master Git I'm now right here in the middle with Git, but I want to do advanced Git stuff. And then I'm doing DevOps on the side. I'm trying to get myself some DevOps stuff going. And then I went back to redoing some C# stuff, because I'm a C# developer, but I've been focusing on 1 or 2 frameworks. So I'm trying to look at the other frameworks, because you can never know, you see. So you must always upskill yourself and make sure that you are practicing what you are doing. And yeah, we are right to work. I don't know what I'm saying. But anyways, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget. Wanga subscriber. Check.